In 1,000 feet, merge onto Belt Parkway.
All right, folks, here we are in the Hamptons on Long Island, New York. So, game plan right now, we're about a mile out from the inlet. We're going to be fishing throughout the day. The exact game plan for this trip, though, is very up in the air. I have no idea how I'm going to edit this up. Might make it one video, might make it 4 separate videos, might make it 2 or 3 videos. We're just going to be fishing. We're going to catch as many fish, as many big fish as possible, while bouncing around a variety of different spots here across the North Shore, South Shore of Long Island, as well as Montauk over the next couple days. So a lot of flexibility in this trip, a lot of fish to be caught. Let's park the car, get out, get to fishing, and see what Long Island waters have to offer us. You. All right, folks, here we are, first spot of the sand. We got our boots on the sand right here. We're walking down to make some casts. So I actually have fished this spot a couple times before, all at different times of the year. I fished this spot last year, also fished this spot at the end of August, a couple years before that. This year I decided to come up a little bit later in the season, as hopefully these fish have moved in fully, as last year they really had not moved in yet. Obviously every year is different. This year we're currently undergoing a massive heat wave up here in the Northeast. So as you can see right now, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and the high temp today is expected to be in the mid 80-degree range. So it is going to be an absolutely warm day today, which is why I ditched the waders. I didn't even pack the waders for this trip. So we're going to be getting wet. We're probably going to be getting a little bit cold, but hopefully going to be getting tight. So we got about a half mile as we walk down to this spot where we're going to make some casts with artificial, and really just freestyling this whole send here. Going to try to catch fish any way I can. And again, our major species that we're going to target are striped bass and bluefish. So let's get down to the water, make some casts, and see if we can't find ourselves a bite on day 1 of the send. All right, folks, so the first spot we're fishing here is the backside of the barrier island. I'm going to be fishing throughout the next couple hours. So right here, we got the back of the South Shore of Long Island. You can see there's a whole bunch of current moving through here. The water looks really good. There's actually a fish right in front of me. Looks like a bluefish right there. There's no way. There's a bluefish just swam right by me, dude. If we just sight cast a bluefish, first fish of the day, that'd be insane. Well, all right, that was a very good sign. There's gonna be some fish around. Just gonna have to try to convince them to bite. So in terms of a setup right here, we're fishing a Joe Baggs swatter. Fantastic lure. Shout out to Joe Baggs for hooking me up with a couple of these. And we're just fishing a pretty light tackle backwater setup right here. We got a VSX 50 over here on a 8-foot Tsunami Trophy 2, because as you can see, this body of water is not that wide, and the spot I want to fish is actually just right in front of me here in this deeper channel. So water is crystal clear today. Got a lot of weeds, but hopefully it's not that much of a problem. Just bomb this bait out there, bang. See if we can't find ourselves a couple bites here to start off the day. I'd be stoked if we could land some nice bluefish. But name of the game today in the next couple days, just gonna be cover as much water as possible, try to find ourselves some fish. Obviously I'm not from here. I am a South Jersey angler. Fished up here before, fishing the Northeast a couple times above Jersey, but really I'm familiar with these local waters, so just gonna try to figure out a bite, and let's see what we can do over the next couple hours, days, maybe even a week. All right, no love on the swatter here. It might be a little too big of a presentation, so I'm gonna chop this guy off, get someone else out there. All right, so one bait off. Let's get another on. Somewhere in this abyss of a plug bag. Oh yeah, we'll deal with that later. So most of the baits I've seen have been about this size here. This is just a normal diamond jig, green AVA jig, as they're also known. So we're gonna clip that guy on there. And if this doesn't work, we'll probably move to the next spot. But I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of bait move through here, as well as a single bluefish. So we can match the hatch a little bit later in the season here to a smaller presentation. We should be able to find ourselves a bite, I would imagine. The current's like dying now, so. There we go. Yup. Just as I thought, baby. Nice fish. Every time I talk to myself, I catch a fish. That looks like a big old bluefish. That guy smoked it. Nice blue right there. Yeah, it's a big, oh, he's getting followed. There's a big one right behind him. Yeah, buddy. Every time I talk to myself, they come and bite. Boom. Yeah, that'll be a good 5-pounder right there. Let's get a real quick measure on this guy. I'm just curious. First fish of the trip, what he measures up to. Nice bluefish there. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy big, but he will go 24 inches. Solid fish. All right, and there we go, folks. First fish of the Long Island Send is a 24-inch bluefish right there. Probably about 5 pounds or so. Not a gator, nothing too huge, but our first fish of the trip. So let's send this guy back real quick. Quick release. Worth it for the underwater shot, but there we go, folks. First fish of the trip is switched up to the diamond jig after noticing most of the baits were pretty small. And there we go. So let's move back down to where we caught that fish. There was another big bluefish that followed him in. And we'll keep on working that diamond jig, see if we can't catch a couple more. Phew, nice to get on the board, baby. All right, well, looks like we're just gonna get that one bluefish here. Gave it a couple dozen more casts without any life. So let's shoot over to the beach side. The tide is really starting to slow down here. See if we can't find some fish on the ocean front. All right, folks, so I was just walking the beach here and noticed a bunch of suspicious shadows with the polarized lenses just cruising up and down the beach lip right here. So after further investigation, they appear to be a whole bunch of striped bass right here in this mini trough at the bottom of the tide. So this is actually a pretty common occurrence in the early summer, late springtime. As that water cleans up and the water temperatures rise, majority of the fish and bait fish move offshore or out east or somewhere else, especially when there's wind coming off the ocean, which kind of makes it rough. But at the same time, there are millions, maybe billions of sand fleas that are hyperactive right now. So they are right there in the beach lip. And as that water recedes after every wave, especially on an outgoing tide, the stripers come and just feast right there at the beach lip. So let's get rigged up, chop off the artificial we were using earlier on the bay side, and hopefully hook up to a couple of these stripers, because they are a bunch of them just swimming right in front of me here. All right, let's chop off this TA clip diamond jig. That is not gonna get us bit right here. Instead, we have a couple hooks that were just scattered around my car. This is majority surf casting trip, so I didn't really bring anything to tie up. But we do have some random hooks here, like this little, looks like a 2-0 circle hook. This will be absolutely perfect for our agenda currently. All right, so now that we got that all rigged up, now we got to get ourselves some baits here, ideally without spooking the bass that are right there. Let's wait for a wave to come up here. Boom. Let it recede and see if we can't get some sand fleas. Oh, there's one right there. Boom. There's another one. Not giants right there, but that'll be bait. All right, so there we go. We got ourselves 3 little sand fleas right there. Let's bait them on this circle hook. That is an absolute smorgasbord for hopefully these beach lip cruising stripers. All right, these bass just right in front of me here, fishing a weightless hook we should be able to just pick which one we want if they'll chew. I saw some real nice sized ones earlier. Let's just cast out right there in the middle. There we go. Oh, we got a fish. There's a fish. Oh my God, we got one. Did not see that guy eat it at all. Let's keep this guy on super light drag. Whew. I did not see this guy eat our bait. He is charged up though. That's not a bad fish either. Whew. Light tackle here. Gotta just milk this guy in. I've been trying so hard to get one of these guys to bite, and it has been damn near impossible. Come on. The water went out and our line just kept going. Let's go, buddy. Come on, come in. Boom, there he is. Oh, this guy's got some gnarly gill infection there. It's not a bad bass from the beach though. Quick measure on this guy over here. He's gonna go 28.5 inches, not a bad fish from the beach. And there we go, little sand flea bass off the South Shore, Long Island. This guy's got some gnarly gill issues there, so let's get him back in the water ASAP over here. Woo! All right, Mr. Schoolie, there he goes, swim off strong right there. Woo, there we go. So I have been grinding, pitching sand fleas in front of every fish I've seen. That guy finally ate it. Thought a wave was taking out my line, and I realized I had lost about 20 yards of line right there. So there we go, first sand flea bass on the board. That guy took probably about 45 minutes or so. It has been a grind trying to get those fish, but gonna take it easy for now, see if we see any more fish push in, and then we'll try to pitch a couple more sand fleas in front of some Surfside schoolies. So stay tuned. Yoo! All right, folks, so the last trough we fished like 100 yards down. We caught one bass, the rest of the fish spooked. So I was making my way to the jetty about half a mile down that way and saw a bunch more bass in the beach lip here, including an absolute gargantuan, like 40 inches. So I bet that fish is gonna be pretty finicky, but there are a bunch of fish in this beach lip here. So let's get ourselves some more fleas. All right, there we go, got a nice handful. Now I like this pool a little bit better too, because there's a little bit bigger wave action. It looks a little bit deeper. So I'm going to assume these fish are gonna be a little bit less finicky. The water's a little bit darker green. We're also on an incoming tide now, so that's just gonna churn the water up a little bit more and ideally prevent the fish from seeing our hook, as well as our leader and main line, as well as me myself. So there's a whole bunch of fish in the beach lip here. Last time I made the mistake of spooking them, so let's just try to be very stealthy, get our bait out on the wave, and just drop back, let our bait do the work. Hopefully this sand flea gets crushed by yet another beach bass. Last one was 28 inches, wasn't bad. Oh, just missed one right there. What did I say? Gotta be stealthy. That would have been so perfect. I was ready for the bite, but I was obviously unprepared to get bit within the first 3 seconds. All right, come on, fish. There we go, that's gotta be a fish. We're on, got him. Gotcha. Got you, Mr. Bass. Is that a bass? Yeah, little guy. We get him in quick, we don't spook the other ones. There we go, baby. All right, and there we go. Bass number 2. Beautiful little rat right there. This guy is probably 20 inches on the dot. Way smaller than the last fish, so let's send this guy back. Very short fight on this guy, so we probably could catch a couple more fish out of this spot. See you, bud. Bam, there he goes. Let's get ourselves some more fleas out of here. Oh, giant, nice. There we go, quick handful. Set them with a little trifecta. Maybe get an instant eat. Oh, there's a fish, there's a fish. Ah! That's a good fish there. That feels like a much better fish there. That's a little bit bigger. Not huge. Oh, there's one following him. Gotta get this guy in quick. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, nice fish, bro. Woo! That's a nice fish there all day. And that right there will be another nice sand flea bass off the beach. I'll estimate that fish right there, probably 29 inches, a little bigger than the last one we got. Beautiful ocean fish. All right, buddy, time for you to go back. Quick release. There he goes. Woo! Numero tres on the sand flea. So we'll give this trough another try here. I'm pretty sure those fish are going to be spooked now that we fought that fish, but we had bass just following that fish around. There were a ton of stripers in this trough, so let's give it another shot. If not, got a little more beach to walk, explore, and I maybe convince some more fish to bite. So stay tuned. Decent day so far. Get some more fleas out of here. Oh, that's the best handful of fleas we got all day, so this hand could potentially get us some good fish too. That is 3 very quick bites and 2 very quick fish out of this trough here. There we go. Oh, got smoked. That's the best fish of the day right there. I think, I don't know. Hard to tell when you're fighting them like this, you can't see him. Ah, he's not big. And there we go. Another beautiful bass. Low 20-incher right there. On the flea, baby. Ah. See you, sweetheart. There she goes. Woo! All right, why stop now? Let's get the 4-bomb out there. Oh, there he is, there he is. Fish on, fish on. Oh, that's a good fish there. Woo. That guy is out deep. Every one feels bigger, but they're all like around the same size. This guy might actually have some size to him. These guys are just charged up. Oh, that's a 30-inch fish there. Oh yeah, that's definitely a better fish. Woo! Check that guy out. Barely hooked him. Look at that hook right there. Just in the skin. Boom. And that guy will go, yeah, 30 inches right there. Thought he was a little bit bigger than that, but that's a beautiful fish. That is a plump, very healthy South Shore fish right there. Biggest one a day, 30 inches, maybe 30 and a half. Beautiful fish, man, awesome. The sand flea bite is just unstoppable. There he goes. Woo. Solid quick releases on all these fish. Just making it quick catch and release fishing. Just running around out here, that's why I'm out of breath, but awesome. I think that's number 6 on the sand fleas, and they're just not slowing down whatsoever. I was not expecting to run into this type of bite today, but this is what we're getting on. Sand flea stripers. There he is. Got him. Another one, dude, number 7. Not a giant here. Oh, just popped off right there. Hook pulled, but hit another bass on the fleas. Unreal. There he is. Oh, that's a nice fish there. That might be the biggest fish of the day. That guy is way out there. Way out there, come on. Whew. That fish is just not stopping, dude. Serious weight to this fish here. I saw a real big one in the trough earlier. That's a mid-30s there, it looks like. Woo. Just dogging me. He's got me out on the rip, not much I can do. There we go. There we go. Come on in. Oh, that is a serious sand flea bass compared to those little rats I was getting earlier. Oh yeah, it's a way better fish. Way better fish. Yeah, buddy, that is a mega off the beach on fleas. Holy shit. Mid-30 there all day. He'll go, yeah, 34 and a half. That's a beautiful sand flea ocean fish. There he is, stud from the beach, 35-inch bass right there on fleas. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Awesome, man. All right, let's send her back. All right, baby. You put up a fight, you gotta get revived here. Ready to go yet, sweetheart? There she goes, kicking off strong. And we're gonna end sand flea madness right there. I think that was 8 fish on sand fleas on super light tackle out here, up to 35 inches, which is a beautiful fish by any means. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Don't have a lot of time left in the day, plus I'm absolutely starving. I ate at like freaking 3 a.m. this morning and haven't had a bite to eat or drink since. So let's head down to this jetty over here. I'm kind of curious if any fish around there. Maybe I'll dabble with the fleas again, but right now let's get mobile because I'm getting freaking exhausted out here. All right, folks, we just took a jog down the beach southward here to the jetty that I just walked out on, made a couple casts with artificials. Unfortunately, without a single bite. So as I mentioned a little bit ago, it is getting pretty late in the day and I have not had anything to eat yet throughout the day at all. I'm absolutely starving out here on this send. So I figured there's a bunch of schoolie striped bass in the trough right here. We've been pretty successful of hooking up with those so far. So we're allowed 1 bass between 28 and 31 inches here in New York State. So we're getting back to the sand flea grind. Gonna try to find ourselves a little dinner slot before I die of malnutrition out here on the beach. So first things first, number 1 ingredient, we got to get ourselves some sand fleas. There he is, there he is. Got him, we're on, baby. Feels like a decent sized fish right here. Come on, be that slot. Be that slot bass. 28, 31. Oh, you could be a keeper right there, buddy. Please be dinner. Nah, he's gonna be a short all day. There he is, 28. This guy's gonna go 26. All right, not quite 28, 26 are there. See you, buddy. Woo! All right, the bite's on at this spot. Fish all the way from the jetty down here without much to show for it, so let's get some more fleas. Hopefully get ourselves a dinner size bass on our next handful of fleas. There he is, fish. Fish on, way down the beach, damn. Come on, oh, he feels small. Ah, oh, this guy could make it too, I don't know. They're all right there on that line. Felt small, but he does not look small. This guy might go 26 as well. Boom, yeah, that'll keep right there. That guy will actually keep. He's gonna go 29 and a half. And that's gonna work out perfectly too, because look at that hook after all those bass. I think we caught 10 fish on this one little circle hook. Woo, we did it, baby. After about 8 hours out here on the surf, we got ourselves some dinner. I was gonna go with some Chipotle, but figured there's plenty of striped bass right here. Might as well save some money, catch myself a fresh meal. And this guy is gonna be absolutely delicious, so. Dinner has been caught off the surf. I will catch you folks in the kitchen slash F-150 in a little bit. So let's bleep this guy out and have ourselves a meal tonight. Yoo! So originally today I planned on hitting Chipotle for a little lunch, maybe dinner, which is like $11 a bowl. But I somehow thought I'd save money by cooking up this striper, which I just dropped $60 in ingredients for, but it's for the video, good for content, I guess, and should taste delicious. So we're here in the ShopRite parking lot. Let's get the chefing up. All right, so first things first, we got to fillet our striper here. Beautiful 29.5-inch fish we caught as our last fish today after an absolute clinic, catching a whole bunch of fish on sand fleas. There we go, knife should be sharp. So only complaint here is that this fish has not been on ice for about an hour, so it's a little bit stiff, but it should be fine. I just laid ice on top of it for the last little bit here, so everything should be all right. We got to work pretty quick. We have about 20 minutes till sunset, so maybe 40 minutes of workable daylight left, so hopefully we can get done here. Let's just chop this striped bass up. Gonna cut him right behind the head. Also peep the super undersized cutting board right there. It's honestly pretty funny. And I like to fillet these guys kind of like a fluke slash flounder. Just get along this backbone here, because if you cut straight through, sometimes you'll miss a good amount of meat. Follow that backbone. And we'll try to just go right around that rib cage, missing as little meat as possible. Boom, there we go. That is a beautiful striped bass fillet. Flip it over, rinse and repeat on the other side here. So there we go, our two beautiful striped bass fillets right there. Obviously, we're not gonna eat both of these in one meal, so throw one in a plastic bag, keep it in our cooler here for tomorrow. Maybe have a nice little lunch, breakfast. Could honestly be any meal. We'll throw the smaller of the two pieces in there. Boom. So you might be asking what we're gonna be cooking with this striped bass fillet and the $60 ingredients I just got from ShopRite over here. And I'm gonna try to make some striper cakes. So you're probably familiar with crab cakes, lobster cakes. If you're from the Northeast, you probably know what striper cakes are. It's basically just a crab cake with striper meat instead. So if this works out, could be one of my best catching cooks yet, but I'm notorious for having just very wild random catching cooks where a lot of things tend to go wrong. So stay tuned. Let's see if we can't make this striper cake recipe at least somewhat edible. All right, so first things first, make sure this striper fillet is all good. Now we're gonna chop this up into small little tiny pieces here. Bam, there we go. All right, we are first gonna do a tablespoon of Old Bay, an absolutely classic seasoning. I'm a huge fan of this stuff, so we'll add a little bit extra. Put half of it in this one, half in this one, and a little extra half. Boom. All right, and first mistake, I just double checked the recipe. It's supposed to be 1 teaspoon, so we got a lot of Old Bay on this fish, but it's a good thing I like it. Next thing we're gonna do is use some of these red pepper flakes here. They want us to use 2 tablespoons of this, but since I put a whole bunch of Old Bay, I'm just gonna put a light coating on these guys. Already got a whole bunch of seasoning on there. Voila. Gonna do 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise here. A little more mayonnaise in there. Get ourselves some Dijon mustard. Another 2 tablespoons of that. All right, now we're gonna get our panko Italian breadcrumbs here. Gonna put about a cup in each one. It's supposed to be 2 cups, but we don't really have that much fish, so probably aren't gonna need all 2 cups. Yeah, that's a lot. Now we're gonna have a whole bunch of extra eggs left over here, so that'll kind of come in handy our next couple of days for breakfast. We're only gonna be using 2 of these guys here for our striper cakes. All right, and finally, before we got everything cooking over here and all blended up, we got to add our vegetables, of course. Add a little bit of celery for some extra crunch in there. Now we just mix it all up in here, get everything all nice and blended. This might work just fine, just by shaking it up. How's that look? Decent. Oh yeah, that'll be just delectable, I think. So, before we get started, getting all messy making these patties, let's make sure our stovetop is nice and hot. Got a brand new extra virgin olive oil. Set up our little portable stove here. We got flame, we got fire. Let's add a little bit of olive oil in there. There we go, beautiful. Just gonna grab our patty mix here and try to form some little balls. Not bad. Let's get a couple in there. Damn, those look so good. Little taste test here. Not bad. All right, looks like the first batch is done here. Just gently scoop them out of the pan, lay them here. Fantastic. All right, so I guess I was so hungry I forgot to record the initial taste test, but I just tried these striper cakes right here. This is by far the best catch and cook I've ever made. I mean, ever. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10, especially by my standards. Just look at that bite right there. That is absolutely delicious. Great flavor, great texture. Everything came together so well. Got batch 2 cooking right here in front of me in the olive oil, but batch 1 is a home run. Add a little bit of cocktail sauce on the plate there for taste. And yeah, that just makes it an 11 out of 10. What a fantastic meal. I'm gonna eat all of these. I got 10 striper cakes in front of me right here, and they're gonna be deleted in a couple of seconds here. That is so freaking good. All right, so we absolutely devoured batch 1 right here. Absolutely delicious. Again, my favorite catch and cook so far. And there's batch 2, a beautiful batch of striper cakes. Just an absolute delicacy for a little bit of truck camping. So that is probably where we're gonna wrap up this video, folks. Day 1 here in Long Island. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this up. I do know today is gonna be a full video in and of itself, just because traveled up here today, found a small bite, then I found a really nice striped bass bite, and ended up having one of the best catch and cooks ever on my channel. So I'm gonna go to bed with a full stomach here. I might have a couple more of these striper cakes, but they're actually pretty filling. And then we're gonna bunk up inside the truck, wake up in a couple hours, and just get back to the surf casting grind. So thanks for watching episode 1. I'll catch you guys in the next video tomorrow morning. You